My name is Abimbola Durojaiye, head of school, MillHouse School, Anthony, Lagos. I took the SALLC program in February of 2022. So I actually saw a flyer of the SESN platform then, and it looked interesting to me because that was just about some few months after MillHouse school started. So I felt it was something I could reach out to her about, which I did, and here I am. The module on culture, the module on hiring and talent management, and the module on learning. Yes, culture, hiring and talent management, learning. Number one for me was the wealth of information that Dr. Ogundere had to give. For me, it wasn't necessarily about the amount we paid then, because if you put that side by side with the information that she shared with us, relatable information, practical information, I think for me, the biggest thing was the fact that it was more like pouring herself into this group of people who had chosen to walk the path that she had walked before that period. Like I said, culture stood out for me. So I would want to say that the MillHouse culture is one thing that I would say took a different turn after SALLC. As a young person starting a school, having different people come in for interviews, and then just trying to understand what works and what we might need to change, tweak, and then hiring and talent management. There was an instructive line that I got then, as far back as 2020, but it still rings in my head. Always leave a paper trail. That for me was instructive. Because then anyone can come in, submit your CV, we look through your CV, and then everything starts and ends orally, right? But going through the proper onboarding process, mails, communication, inviting them over just gives that sense of structure, which was what we were able to then establish, post SALLC. MillHouse Prep started in 2019. Prior to that time, I had worked in schools, and my last position then was as head of admin and accounts. And I thought I was fully ready to fly and to push. But coming on board SALLC and interacting with someone like Dr. Ogundere just made me see the possible future of MillHouse Prep, because then, starting something and you have a lot of questions, you're asking yourself, have I made the right decision? You get it right today, you get it wrong. Interacting with parents, interacting with the staff, interacting with the community. The person of Dr. Ogundere alone was like my first answer, right? Like, okay, if this person could have done it and if she's still here, that means I can do it. So that sense of assurance beyond the world of experience, beyond the modules, was for me the starting point. So she's like that bigger shoes, that one then tries to look up to say, okay, if she was able to work this, if she was able to do this, then I think I can do it as well. So that sense of assurance. And then the periodic calls. I tell you, I've had the opportunity to work with coaches, but Dr. Ogundere stands out, with that personal touch that she gives to everything that she does. So for her, it is beyond the communication via mails. Dr. Ogundere would pick her phone, call, and somewhere in my head, I'm wondering, do I need to help her manage her credit? But, I say, please shoot. She's asking questions. She wants to know that you are fine. That for me was a very, very big highlight, of my 2020. And then the fact that post SALLC, one could still keep that relationship with her. I've registered for courses that, you would find things like, okay, you will meet this person, you'll be able to ask all your questions, and then the questions start and end with the emails, no physical interaction. She even gave me the opportunity then. I think I reached out to her. I wanted to do a bit of observation, and she opened, our environment. She was willing to help at every point in time. And I think that is what we all need of a true coach. So my biggest highlights, the person of Dr. Ogundere herself, and then the fact that I can see myself doing so much more, going through that path that she has gone before. Absolutely, I will recommend SALLC to anyone, any day, anytime. Some of the benefits of SALLC, the number one for me is continuous learning, right? So I did the course in 2020. I think I was part of the first cohort. And since that time till now, I am still trying to catch up with the information, with the continuous learning that the community gives. So it's not a one-time thing, right? It's not something that we're asking ourselves that, okay, we've done SALC, what next? I am actually trying to catch up. We have a platform where updates, recent happenings, and all of those things, that sense of continuous learning beyond the course itself is one very big highlight for me.
Thank you so much.
Bye.